cable. Fairly simple mechanism, the way they've got it designed. There's a little slot there. Not sure if you can see it. I'll have to just pull it up and around. You can see it right there if you look closely enough. I've just slipped the part of the cable through there. The cable kind of goes all the way through it, so in order to get the cable out on both ends, you'll have to grab that far end as I've done there, and you're going to have to lift it, pull it back and around, and try to force through that exact same slot that we just removed the other side from. And then it comes out fairly nicely. I lost focus there, so I gotta clip that bit out. Next, we'll take off the belt. Pretty simple if you got the tool. Just spreads out the drive pulley and allows you to pull the belt forward and maneuver it out and around. Easy peasy. Take the tool off and we'll move on to the engine mounts. I wasn't able to get a good shot on this one with where I had the camera positioned, so I'm trying to zoom in sort of where it is. You can see the bracket where the bolt actually mounts to the frame. So now I'll start on the second mount. There's the two up front. The bolts were seized in there, so I was able just to put the wrench on the nut, and very, very convenient. I didn't have to have the two wrench setup, which is good because I only have the one 17mm. Actually, to even had to go all the way out to work to grab that. I think my other 17 might be in the truck. Anyway, there's the nut. Move on to the rear mounts. Just two here again. This one was a little bit easier to see. I apologize for some of the the lighting and tones and colors and whatnot. The lighting was not very good in the shop this day, so I had to mess around with the white balance and do some better color balancing. I apologize for the inconsistencies, but I was trying to set it up so that way everything was just a little bit more visible and didn't look so bloodshot like the last few videos. Alright, there's that nut. Work on the near side here. This one was a little bit more convenient. This one was a pretty dark shot. I managed to get a little bit of light out of that, but I was not happy with the overall look of it. Alright, that's everything we need. So there's that, there's kind of that bumper there that helps put tension on the drive belt by pushing the engine forward. I thought I had moved it far enough backwards, but I figured out pretty quickly that no, I didn't. I'm okay with including this bit in because I do make mistakes. Obviously, this is the first time I've done something like this, but it's simple enough. So now I'm going to have to go back to that bumper and back it off just a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean basically bottom that sucker right out. That's probably one part that could have sped up just a little bit more. I managed to cut this down from, how long was it originally? About 40, 50 minutes? But obviously I could have cut out a little bit more time. So again, sorry, I know that it's nice to have faster tutorial videos, but sometimes it's kind of nice to be able to watch as things happen, right? Alright, gotta wiggle it a little bit more. It was right about there. I realized I forgot the hose. That one right there. Again, not very visible. You can see just the slightest bit there, so I'll just pop that hose clamp off. This is also for the oil pump. And there we go. No harm, no foul. Right? That should be all I need to take off. I haven't forgotten anything else. Alright, pop it out. Just reef that sucker. Since again the bolts were seized, I wasn't able to really get the bolts out, and I didn't really want to fight them. So just a bit of tilting, twisting. Oh, oh man, forgot the pull cord. Gotta grab these guys. Was trying to undo the knot, didn't work out so good. So just give her the old snipperoo there, and there we go. So I stuck the engine on some old counters that I had kicking around that I'm using as a workbench. And now I have access to the water pump. Just a few bolts here. No biggie. I got that little jar lid there to catch any fluid that might be coming out of there. Try to minimize my mess that I'm making. Just a little bit more. And pops off nice and easy. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't help myself. Figured after I saw that screw there, it was golden opportunity. I'd like to think I didn't put that screw there. I know I had the coolant system apart after the fire, and I had to replace the reservoir due to the fact that melted. Pretty certain I didn't lose that screw in there. So I guess the next thing would be to see exactly what extent of of damage was done. I would imagine there's something sheared in there. I don't know much about that setup, but I guess that's something I'll have to have a look at in the future. In the next video, I guess I'll have to tear that apart or look into it. But seems to turn just fine. Obviously, though, if I try to hold that impeller, it just stops. Anyway, there's my time.